welcome to today's motovlog. My name is Marshall3498, and today's motovlog, what I'd like to talk about is something motorcycle related, as it normally is in my channel. And that topic is really just, this is for a lot of the people that are new getting into motorcycling, or thinking about should they not buy a bike, should they buy a bike. Absolutely you should buy the bike. Motorcycling is one of the greatest hobbies, I think, one of the greatest hobbies you can do. It's a hobby you can do often, you can do frequent, it can take you to new sites you've never seen or been before. And motorcycling as a whole is just fantastic. If you've never ridden a motorcycle, you owe it to yourself to go out there, to get the proper training, to go take your class, whether that's the MSF course like I took, the Harley school, whatever professional course you end up taking. You definitely need to go and do that and see what it's all about. The biggest thing, you know, is, yes, I know everybody has a cousin or uncle or a brother or whatever that they know, or just a friend who has been riding for years, and they can teach them the basics in a couple hours in a parking lot. And that may be true, but you're not going to get a quarter or even a tenth of what going getting professional training is about. These guys do this for a living. Most of them have ridden for a very long time. Lots of them have racing and track day experience and etc. and so on. And they're just, they make it easier to get your license, because once you take your appropriate tests, at least in my area in Tennessee where I live at, I literally went to the driver's license station, showed them my certificate where I completed class. I took an eye test, paid like a copy or duplicate fee, because you know I have to print out another license with the M endorsement on it. Paid like $6 or $7 or maybe even $8, I think, and I had my motorcycle license when I left there. But you know, the class can teach you so much that, you know, that you need to keep you safe. Even if you only retain 35% of that, you're still going to be a much safer rider doing the course thing than is letting somebody you know teach you one-on-one. And you know, the class, you don't have to have much to get started. Most of them have loaner helmets. If you don't know if motorcycling is right for you or not, if you know motorcycling is something you want to do and you already have a little bit of the gear, all you really need is over the ankle, like pair of lace-up shoes, a pair of gloves, and they don't even necessarily have to be riding gloves at first. Say if you have like a leather glove, they'll gladly accept that. A long sleeve shirt, a t-shirt, something that just covers your skin, a pair of blue jeans, and you're off and going. And the class is fun. I remember when I took my class, within the first hour of starting the class, and not the classroom part, but the outdoor part, actually riding, I was riding within an hour of starting that class. And you know, you learn so much, and by the end of the class, especially by the second day, you know, you have a better understanding of what's going on, and then that's when it becomes where they really teach you stuff, not just, you know, go start the bike up, go to this cone and stop. But the class is a lot of fun. I urge anybody who's wanting to do that to at least try the class. You may not like it in the class, it may terrify you, and you may not even finish the class, and that's okay, because motorcycling is not for everybody, and it's not for the faint of heart. It is terrifying, I'll be honest with you, I won't sugarcoat it, when you first get out on the road on your own bike and get your license at first. But if you start baby steps, like I started riding in little neighborhoods like that, not even on a regular road with you know, much traffic at all. I started doing that, and progressively got into stuff with more and more traffic. Then I got to back roads like this with traffic, and then I really didn't like venture on the main 4-lane or whatever till I've been riding a decent amount already. And I think that's what you need to do. You need to be comfortable with the bike before you get out around traffic and have to think about all that as well. And that way you can focus on just the traffic and not riding all the bike. Once you've ridden long enough, it becomes you and the bike become one. That's your best friend that you spend the most time with, and you will trust that motorcycle with your life, essentially. for lack of a better term. It's a lot of fun. I think anybody should try it, at least go take the class. And you may be hooked from now on like I was. But if you are able to drive a vehicle, a truck, or whatever, and already know how a manual transmission with a clutch works, that will help you out and be one less thing to learn. I will tell you that. I knew how to do that from when my dad first taught me how to drive a car. Most of the vehicles we had at the time were manuals, so that's what I learned on, and that did help me in the class and stuff. That, and I grew up riding four-wheelers and stuff, and even some sport ATVs with a manual clutch and stuff. And you know, it's just it's the greatest thing you'll ever do and you'll ever try in your entire life, I promise you. I urge yourself to get out there, go buy the bike, buy the gear, go take the class, and just have fun. The class is a lot of fun, and I think everybody should just try it and, you know, see what it's about. It's a very fun thing to do for everybody, and you should just try it and go out there and enjoy it and see what it's all about. And you know, you don't know what you're missing, I promise you. Motorcycling is one of the greatest things I've ever done, and still to this day I enjoy every mile that I spend on a motorcycle, whether it's motovlogging or just riding for myself. There's nothing like, you know, being stressed out at work, having a bad day at work, whatever. You go home, once you get used to riding and stuff, you go home, you put your gear on, you get all ready to go, you get the bike out, uncover the bike, whatever your case is, you get out there, and the moment you put that bike in gear, I promise you, you'll forget about everything else other than just you and that motorcycle. And that's the thing. People say it's dual therapy, and I completely agree 100%. It's amazing. You don't know what you're missing. So on that, guys, if you've not already done so, please hit the subscribe button, turn the bell on, leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to help you the best of my ability. And I'll upload most every Wednesdays at 12 o'clock. So I do upload on once a week. So I urge you to subscribe and come along and join me on this motorcycle journey. On that, guys, ride safe and have fun. We'll see you.